Oh, you regain all hit points. Oh, well that makes it easy. So everyone's at maximum hit points.
Hooray, I don't have to do morning healing duties.
So you guys gonna set out to the east, like she mentioned?
Well, since the paladins turned us away, and so did Bosco, this is our only option.
It's the best lead we've got.
I need a couple minutes. I'll be right back.
Oh, I slapped myself on the head with the palm of my hand as if just remembering something. Damn it all. Cathan, I did kind of let you die, and I give you back your 5 golds.
I don't let you.
No, I have to give them back because you dying nulled our contract. And though you're alive again, and shorter, you wish to start a new country.
You earned them in the bar brawl.
I have to admit, I like the kobold.
Alright, I'm back. So you travel east for about 4 hours, and you arrive at the little village that she talked about. Uh, when you arrive in the village, most people seem like they don't really want to talk to you. Um, she says again that basically she just knows that he's somewhere around this village.
Alright, well, I'm going to use my investigation skill to try to get something out of them.
Do we have a name, or do we just have a description of what he looks like?
Alright, so you approach a blacksmith in town and, and ask him about a tracker. He acts like he doesn't know who you're talking about. Basically, everyone in this little village wants to be left alone. You approach several other people, and none of them seem to really want to talk to you. And then finally, Harry comes up to you and says, "Hey, what are we doing?"
I tell Harry, we're trying to find information on this man to find out where he is.
"What man?"
I tell him.
"Oh, you want a tracker? I know a tracker. He lives really close to here, actually. His name's Old Wolf. You guys should have asked before. I totally know this guy."
I just give him an incredulous look.
Yeah, let's say you guys spent like at least 1 hour asking around the town to see if somebody would tell you where this guy lived. Yeah, I can take you there right now. It's really easy to find his place. I don't think he'll even want to kill me for any reason.
I laugh and clap my hand on his shoulder. Well, if the rest are with us, you can show us your words are true.
So this guy's house is about 2 or 3 miles outside of the village. He has like a really modest lean-to type house. Outside, there's a place set up to chop wood. There's also some animal skins that have been stretched. It looks like he's making his own leather. You actually see him outside. He is, in fact, pretty old, honestly. He's probably like, middle 50s, which is pretty old for like an adventuring type. Although he does look still like lean and pretty rugged. He sort of is not exactly in his prime, so he acts like he doesn't notice you. But a fairly good perception check will tell you that he absolutely knows you're there, because he starts moving around differently the more you get closer to him.
Does he seem like he's threatened in any way?
It seems like he's being cautious. He's got a couple of places where he has weapons out. There's a bow sitting in one place. There's a couple of swords lying around. He's basically moved from where there weren't any weapons to where he can pull the weapons pretty closely, but he's acting like he's ignoring you.
Yeah, I rolled a perception check, by the way, nat 20.
So he really looks like he would have been like a good adventurer, possibly like a low-level ranger in his time. But he's simply gotten older, and his skills have started fading. You don't notice like any malice on him. He just looks like an old man with long silver hair who used to like to go in the woods and track things down and kill them.
All right. Well, I raise my hand in greeting and say, "Hail, friend. May we enter?"
He turns around. Hail, and who might you be, friend?
I am Kieran Tassarian. I give him a slight bow and a flourish of my tattered cloak.
Kieran, if I may ask, why are you standing with the devil imp?
I find him quite amusing.
Harry, for his part, just kind of smiles.
What is life without laughter, my friend?
You're a strange traveling band. Who might you be, dwarf?
I, as I puff my chest out, am Thorin Stonebeard.
Are you of that Stonebeard clan?
Indeed, the same.
I was actually a guest of Gwaitalar probably 30 summers ago at this point. A fine people. And who are you, little halfling, with such strange clothes?
My name is Cathan Kalothos.
It's a rather complicated name for a little halfling. And you, he looks over at Torin. I actually know you. I probably haven't seen you in a good 10 years, but yes, you definitely look like Borsk. Why have you come here to me?
You seek the aid of a tracker.
I can't say I do too much tracking these days.
Friend, Are you a friend of Borsk?
All who are good in this area are a friend of Borsk. By the way, is that you guys who have been doing the chat and the Twitch?
No.
No.
Oh, I guess two people just like randomly showed up.
Awesome. Then, good sir, it should pain you to know that Borsk has been taken and dragged into some cave in the marshes, and we would desperately like your help to find him.
I can't say that I would be much use in actually rescuing him, but I can probably get you close. He kind of looks down at his hands. I'm far too old to be of any use in combat anymore, but for Borsk, I will definitely get you there and help you try and find him.
We would appreciate any aid that you could give us.
The journey will take about 3 days. I can get you to the edge and then into some of the more complicated parts in the marsh. Unfortunately, the lizardmen have control of it. It's very dangerous to go too deep into the marshes. Who all are you planning on taking there? He kind of looks at Torin and Harry. Harry sort of puffs up his chest, acting like he's like a great adventurer. Are these two going?
Is that going to be a problem?
No, but it will be dangerous to take two like this into the swamps. However, everyone chooses their own path. Torin, if you want to help find your father, I'll lead you there. So do you guys want to start heading out tonight? Or do you want to wait and head out and make it a 3-day journey starting the next morning? What do you want to do?
I shrug. Makes no difference to me. What think you, Chthon?
It's dangerous to travel by night, but it might be wisest if we start off as quickly as possible. If we leave now, how quickly do you think we could reach the caves? You're the one that knows the land.
Excuse me, says Torin. I'm not going anywhere until you find some decent clothes. You flashed me like 3 times, Chthon. It's ridiculous. You're going to have to find something to wear.
Wardrobe malfunctions aside, time is of the essence.
I'm sorry, but I'm a lady. I won't travel in these circumstances.
You
Alright,
said that,
so
Torin?
do you have time for me to go back to town and get him some clothing and armor?
Yes, she's reminding you that he has absolutely no way to fight.
Alright, yeah, so...
Unless you want him killed again, like in the first round.
Well, he might get resurrected as a kobold this time.
Harry's gonna totally have to start calling you something different now.
At this point, since I'm not exactly in proper dress, I hand what little gold I have to Kieran and say, "Find me whatever you can. Some leathers will do." At this point,
All right, so I go back into town. I get him some clothing and what kind of armor did he have on before?
Are you above stealing?
No.
I had
Okay.
scale mail, although I don't think you're gonna find halfling scale mail.
Yeah, we'll say you get lucky. Uh, that armorer you talked to, who sort of pissed you off, you're able to do like some sleight of hand and make him think you paid a lot more for it than you really did. Um, and then you walk off with an exact copy of everything that he had for the exact amount of money that he had left.
Awesome. You want me to make a sleight of hand check?
Nah, I'm gonna say you make it. We can't have him completely naked.
Okay. All right, I travel back up there and drop the bundle at his feet and say, "Here you go."
I'll put on my new armor at this point, not even questioning how he got a mace and scale mail and a shield for 30 gold pieces.
25 gold pieces because you gave me 5 of them already.
That's right.
So Jeremy, are you gonna go to 11:30, or how long late can you play tonight?
I got to sleep in today. I have to go to work tomorrow, so I can go to midnight.
All right, well then let's keep playing.
Yeah, I've gotten cut in half. I want to smash something's face in.
All right, give me like 5 minutes. Bio and Pop Tart break.
Okay, sounds good.
Hey, what are you streaming under, by the way?
Where am I streaming? I'll paste it in chat. Yeah, it looks like I had 2 people come in.
Huh.
Yeah, I do actually have it tagged incorrectly as Dungeons and Dragons Online. Let me see if I can change it. Oh yeah, it should be Roll20 Virtual Tabletop.
I think there's an option like just for Dungeons and Dragons too.
Well, I tried that. I didn't really see it.
Uses an ampersand.
Oh well, I'll fix it next time. Oh, there it is. Dungeons and Dragons. It's kind of weird. I don't think you can update it like partway through or something.
Hmm.
Yeah, I really didn't expect anybody just to like wander through. That's kind of weird.
All right, I'm back.
Actually, give me about 2 minutes. One sec.
Oh, scam mail doesn't slow you down. It has to be actually be heavy armor to slow you down, but damn.
Okay, I'm back.
All right, everybody here?
Yeah, looks like it.
Yep.
All right, so the time spent traveling to the edge of the swamp is pretty uneventful. As you get near the edge of the swamp, the old wolf starts telling you that you'll need to leave your horses there. There could be places where walking through the swamp, your horses would essentially get trapped, and and you would lose your horses. And you definitely don't want to lose horse at this point. I'd suggest again you leave the girl and the kobold. I'm not sure how much good they'll be able to do you in there. I'm totally coming, guys. I'm like a most excellent warrior. Torin kind of looks at the swamp and she's like, maybe I could stay here, actually.
I look at Harrison. Harry, you wouldn't want Torin to stay here all by herself. Being an excellent warrior like you are, you should stay and protect her from all dangers.
Oh, that's a good point. She's just a weak little scribe. There's no way she could fend off an attack.
She's still a dwarf.
When you say that, she looks over at you and gets a little twinkle in her eye.
Oh, snap.
She's probably too young for you, though.
We'll chalk it up to dwarven pride.
All right, so those two decide that they'll stay. Uh, so the four of you begin heading into the swamp. He says it'll still be about another day's journey, so I'm assuming that you leave them with enough provisions and such, so that they're not going to be, totally without food or shelter and such.
Yeah.
I don't suppose we have any sort of signaling device we could give them.
Some torches.
You'd probably be like really far away. I'm not sure it'd really do a lot of good.
We're gonna be a day's away anyways. Yeah, we really couldn't react to that.
All right, everybody make a perception check, please. All right, a few hours after entering the swamp, everything actually gets really, really quiet for a while. Um, the wolf starts telling you that something's going on, but he's not sure what yet. As you progress through the day, you realize that his hearing isn't actually very good. He got you to the swamp, but he's definitely not the best guide in the world. Um, Fulrin, you notice that there's a bunch of movement up ahead, as if creatures just sprung up out of the ground to head towards you. So you have just a few seconds to warn your compatriots that they need to make themselves ready.
I signal out. We're being watched.
All right, you guys want to roll initiative, please?
Take the first one, accidentally rolled twice, sorry.
All right, give me 1 second to get one more token out here. Man, I guess I need to go and clear them every time. So which ones did you guys actually roll this time? So full run, which did you have? The 11 or the 12?
I had the 11.
Mine's right at 24. I think Jeremy's is supposed to be 19.
You are right.
So this one right here is actually much larger than the others. Let me give you an idea of what they look like. The creatures kind of look like this. They're hideous undead creatures. You've heard rumors that there's these creatures walking around in the swamp. Uh, Again, the one that I have marked is much larger than the others, and it appears much more dangerous. Your guide is basically just he just has a bow. He has a sword with him, but he really doesn't look like he's going to even try to get into combat. So he'll essentially be an extra bow shot each round. All right, Kieran, you're first.
All right, I'm going to move up.
All right, you should have control of him.
I'm thinking I should be able to catch the three in front of me with a cone of color spray. Yeah, 50-foot range cone. Is that gonna grab all three of them?
Yeah, it looks like it should. So roll the 60-10 to see how many hit points it can affect. So is that 24 hit dice worth of creatures?
I think so.
Oh, how many hit points of creatures? Okay. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. So this one starts thrashing around like it can't see anything.
Sweet.
Now let me make sure I did that right. So it basically says roll 60 tens how many hit points of creatures it can affect. They're affected in ascending order from their current hit points, ignoring unconscious. They're blinded until the effect of the spell ends.
So just one round.
Okay, so you blinded that one basically.
Yeah.
Did you use a spell slot of second level or higher, or is it just the first one?
Just first level.
Okay. Alright, so it's this one's turn. He can't see anything, so he's just gonna basically, flail around for this round. Alright, Cathan.
I'm going to channel Divinity. They need to make a DC 14 Wisdom roll. Otherwise, they've got to run.
So which amount of them are we talking about?
There's not amounts anymore. As an action, you present your holy symbol, speak a prayer, centering the undead. Each undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet of you must make a wisdom saving throw. If the creature fails its saving throw, it is turned for a minute or until it takes damage.
I mean, that's 10 rounds, right?
And what was the amount it had to make?
14.
And which type of save was it again?
Wisdom.
Pass, pass, fail.
The one that failed has to keep running for a minute.
Keep losing the stupid icon. Oh, whatever, it doesn't matter.
By the gods, Be gone, foul creatures, the damned.
Alright, those two are going to take off. Alright, this one does not like what you just did at all. He is going to come over here, and as it gets close, you notice an incredibly foul stench coming out of it. It actually makes your stomach turn just being near this creature. He's going to reach up to bite you. But he misses.
He should have bent down.
He should have bent down. Why?
Because I'm under 4 foot tall. I'm a halfling.
Okay.
The other halfling ran away.
Then he bent down. Alright, full run, your turn.
All right. Well, I'm gonna charge headlong into the biggest threat on the battlefield and take a swing at him. Foul creatures in these swamps.
That is a hit.
Crunch.
Alright, this creature runs up. He is attacking Chthon.
Since I got a dex bonus being a halfling, you need an 18 now.
See, that worked out in your favor. And he misses.
I lost a point of wisdom. That hurt a lot.
Alright, he shoots and misses from back here. And then that final one is one of the ones fleeing. So back to Kieran now.
Okay, I'm gonna hack and slash the big one.
Actually, before you do, you need to make a DC 10 Constitution check. Alright, you're good. So go ahead and hack him and slash him. Alright, so that is going to hit.
$24. Well, no, I gotta take 5 away. 19.
You hacked him pretty significantly. Alright, this one can see again, so he is going to run up to attack Evan. And a big miss. Chthon, your turn. By the way, roll the DC 10. Alright, you passed also.
I want to attack the one to my character's right. I can't turn my character for some reason.
Do you not have control of him at all, or just can't turn him?
I don't think I've got anything. Let me try to... Hold on, I've got the ruler out, not the arrow. Hold on. I'm being dumb.
It's okay. It happens to all of us. Alright, that's a hit. Four damage total.
Yep. That's what happens when your mace is smaller, too.
Alright, this one's going to reach out and try and attack Scott. Does 18 hit?
Yes.
Alright, you take 8 damage and you need to make a Constitution saving throw. Alright, you felt its claw attack try and pierce at your body. You felt your muscles tighten up, but you were able to resist the effect and keep fighting. Alright, Fulrin, your turn.
Alrighty. I will take another swing at the big guy.
Oh, yeah, make a saving throw also. DC 10 Constitution. Should be easy for a big dwarf like you. Alright, hit him. And that's a definite hit. Alright, you're able to strike the big one down. He goes down dead now.
Dead again.
Alright, this one attacks at Chthon. Does an 18 hit?
Yes, it does.
Eight damage and DC 10 con save, please.
Got it.
Alright, look at that. The old wolf actually attacks with some arrow action, hitting this one right here. This one keeps fleeing. And we're back to Kieran.
All right. I'm going to attack the one that I blinded at first. One of those was a critical, wasn't it? Yeah, my offhand was a critical.
Nice shot.
Alright, I think it's safe to say you're going to be able to kill him, so go ahead and describe whatever kind of way you would like to kill him.
Can we say super fast pincushion?
Even though you only rolled 2 attack hits, you actually were able to hit him 8 times. You basically pierce his body over and over until the little bit of viscera holding his body together snaps away from the bones and he falls down completely dead. Totally dead. Alright, Cathan, your turn.
That's a natural 20.
Alright, roll crit. So 8 damage.
Yep.
Alright, Fulrin, your turn.
Alright. So is this one still under the effects of the color spray?
No, and that's the one that I just brutally killed.
Yeah, this
Oh,
one's
okay.
actually dead too. Let me just delete them.
So one such as this one then.
It's just one lone undead left.
Alright, let's run up and bash him then.
And a 13 is miraculously still a hit. And 7 damage will finish him off, bashing him in after Kieran had done a bunch of mace damage to him before also.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
I gotta say, the way they've done two-handed fighting now, it makes me like an awesome fighter or ranger without any hit points.
Yeah, if you ever get hit, you're kind of in trouble.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's go ahead and stop with this encounter for the night. And I need to try and figure out how to give you guys XP. Because I should have done that last week, honestly. So let's get an accounting of everything you guys. So you guys took down like in the bar fight. We took down like what, 5 guys?
We took down 4 lizard folk before that even.
Then let me think. So in the temple, how many of those guys did you take out?
I don't think we took any of them out in the temple.
I had one of them running for his life. And then they chopped me in half.
Then I got clever and they all fled for their lives. Who says Lesser Illusion is not a great spell?
You know what's going to be great? They're not going to believe that trick again, and when we actually bring him back, they're going to be shitting their pants.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, as you guys can tell, I'm having a hard time figuring out how to get the encounters the right level of difficulty. Because the last one was not very hard, but then I like nearly destroyed you guys.
Those were what, all 5th level fighters because they had 2 attacks?
They were. I kind of expected you guys to run though. I didn't expect you guys to stay and fight. So that kind of threw a little glitch in my plans, honestly.
I had 1 round to figure out what I was doing before I got insta-gibbed.
You did get unlucky. I'm not gonna lie.
You do have a long tradition of killing Jeremy.
That's true. It's one of my favorite things to do.
You're gonna sleep well tonight, then.
So if we're gonna try and like move Jonathan into a particular type of character, what do you think we need?
Arcane?
Yeah, we don't really have any sort of caster except for a priest.
And what little I can do.
Well, it's been pretty good so far.
Either a ranger or an arcane spellcaster would be pretty freaking cool right about now.
Ooh, a ranger would be nice. Or even a druid.
Well, I'm actually creating 2 NPCs, one druid, one barbarian that will come in within a game or so. They're going to be ones that people can come in and just pick up if they want to.
You should make an actual character sheet for the for Harrison.
All right, well, let's actually give him a class. Maybe he really does have some sort of a class. What do we want to make him?
Make him a bard.
Oh, that would actually work.
Who are you making a bard?
Harrison.
The Kobold?
He tells a lot of stories.
Yeah, he's a bard.
Except he never actually fights unless maybe someone comes to join the game for just like a day and they want to play him. The rest of the time, he basically loses his class.
Well, we could get buffs if we actually listen to his stories, couldn't we?
Sorry I was out of it there for a bit. I just kind of got disorientated when I got turned into a halfling. I had to look up, like, all the different rules for halflings instead of humans.
It would have been fine if you just winged it.
Well, it kind of fit the disorientation that Cathan would have had being dead and reincarnated into a halfling. So I kind of rolled with it.
It's actually pretty hilarious.
They've made the XP honestly a little convoluted. All right, so check my math on this. So the lizard folk are challenge rating 1/2 or worth 100 XP. There were you guys are 4th level, and there were 4 of them. Oh, so you multiply that by 2, so it's worth 200 XP. Does that sound right? Or do you add them all up? Have you guys even looked at that yet?
Let me pull up my DMG and look. I have not.
I'm looking at page 82. Oh no, it'll be 1200. Okay, so that's worth 1200. So that would have been a deadly encounter, which would be worth 500 XP. Because you take that and then compare it to the closest threshold that is lower. That doesn't make sense. There's no way that would have been a deadly encounter.
That was at most a medium encounter.
Alright, so let's do the ghouls one real quick. Figure out how that would go. Okay, so 4 at 200, so 800 plus a 450, so 1250. Am I
If
just doing
that
this thing wrong?
if that's the case, I'm getting my XP at 3950, and I need a whole lot more to hit next level. Seems about right.
What do you mean at 3950?
Base 4th level experience is 2700. Add 1250 to it, 3950, and I need 6500 to hit 5th level.
Oh, see, that's not the problem. Look at step 5, compare XP. Compare the monster's adjusted XP to the party's XP thresholds.
Threshold's pretty easy because there's 3 of us, and we have all of the same threshold because none of us are different levels.
Oh, okay, okay. I think I got it. Man, there needs to be like a table for this. So I see what it's doing. So you take U3, so a deadly encounter would be like 1500. So this would be a hard encounter, basically. Is that right?
Okay, the ghouls encounter would definitely be a hard encounter at least. At our level, character level 4th.
And then what is it saying is the amount that I actually reward you? Is it...
I guess what you have to do is you have to determine if the encounter was considered an easy encounter, a medium encounter, a hard encounter, or a deadly encounter for our level. And then that's your base XP, and then you use the encounter multipliers for the number of monsters that were in the encounter.
Alright, so let's just say that, like, for the sake of it, we're going to say it was a hard encounter. So it says there on the table that's 375. Do I take 375 times, or plus 375 plus 375?
No, you would just take the 375. Alright, hold on. Modify total XP for multiple monsters.
Hey Joe, the guy on the Twitch stream wants to know if we play every Monday. I'm not logged in, so I can't chat.
Alright, let me go find a calculator online for this. Stupid rules getting in the way of having fun and slashing shit.
It's kind of nice when your dungeon master is the one making that comment.
Okay, this says that it would actually be a medium encounter for that, and the XP to award would be 1,250. I don't know exactly how I came up with that though. In fact, I have no freaking clue how I came up with that.
So we would get 1250 for the encounter or for the entire adventure?
That would be for that one encounter.
Is that divided by the number of party members or is that each?
God damn it, I don't know. Alright, let me read up on it. I'm not going to figure it out right now. I'm too tired. Alright, good game tonight?
Woot! I got reincarnated.
Yes, a halfling.
Well, I decided that the first person that died would wind up with that power, and since you died, you wound up with that special ability.
To reincarnate?
Until the game master's tired of me.
That's pretty hilarious.
All right, we got the cannon fodder. Worked once, right?
And before we go, I think we do need to take another look at our mascot.
I've had Amazing Horse, the 10-hour stream of it, been playing very, very low volume in the background all night tonight.
What? You're kind of a sick fuck.
Yes.
I don't think Horse would approve of that.
This is like the Brad Pitt of horses right there.
Hey, I got chunky fight tonight. I need you to freaking pick me up, okay? I hope you're keeping an eye on the stream. It looks like somebody's watching the stream and is interested.
Why not? I mean, I'm kind of surprised people came on and watched it, but we had like 3 or 4 people come through, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, I'll message this guy and maybe give him like the temporary event info and talk to him.
Yeah, you'll have to create a temporary password, and give that to him.
Show him the link to the Obsidian portal.
Well, I had a good time, much like Scott. I thought about the game all week because it's been so long since I've actually gotten to game.
Dude, I was so stoked after last week's game, I couldn't sleep that night. I only got 3 hours of sleep that night.
Yeah, I had the same problem too. Had to Benadryl it, and so I didn't really get to sleep.
It was okay.
Spent most of the week trying to think of creative curses to use in character.
So next week we'll head further in, and maybe we'll finally figure out who took Borsk and why, and maybe we'll find a hint of the big bad of the campaign. Ooh.
Dun 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 dun!
At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if Boris took himself.
Yeah, I'm glad that guy's dead that called me a coward. That's great.
Yeah, I kind of had some plans for him, and then at the last second I decided to kill him.
Yeah, the last thing I was expecting was the freaking temple guards to try to rip us in half.
Well, I will go ahead and stop L's stream, and then tomorrow I'll go put it on YouTube, and we'll see if it came through okay. I think it did, because I tested it earlier. But it'll be cool to have like a running copy of the game so that we can go back and see the Adventures of Horse anytime we want.
The Adventures of Horse. That's great.
I might actually title the Twitch next week The Adventures of Horse. Alright, I'm tired. I'm gonna go send a message to Dark Ziggy, give him some info about the campaign, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right.
See you tomorrow.
Good night, man.